So you want to get rich. I'm going to tell you a little something about money. In this world, you don't see the richest people doing things with their time and getting paid hourly. There's not enough hours in the day. If you're the highest paid lawyer, the highest paid doctor, no matter how much you make, there's still just not enough hours in the day. There's only one of you, right? We may have different educations, different skills, different opportunities, but the one thing we all have the same is our time. I made a lot of money in Florida on many, many, many businesses, right? I've been a success since I started my first business out of my front yard. So I started a car stereo store out of my front yard. So I have a car stereo store, it's working good, and I have a buddy that used to go to Super Genius School with me, and he made shopping cart software. And then I sold his shopping cart software on eBay, and then I got into search engine optimization at a foreclosure bailout company, sex toy store, miracle cleaner, cash advance loans. You know, with the mortgages, I went and started my own mortgage company, became a licensed mortgage broker, moved down to the third world, bought a mansion, got the shit robbed out of me. Now, since I've done so much business, I've had every type of robbery you can think of. I've had people looking over shoulders to steal contacts. I've had hard drives go stolen. I've had actual Secret Service at the office, guns pulled out. I had to pull my gun out. I'll tell that story sometime. It's exciting. You know, that was over credit card fraud. I've had smash and grab, like mace my front office, you know, run with equipment out of the front door.
Thank you for, okay, Richard, thank you for not answering the question. Let's go back to you, and I just want to confirm one thing that I
answered
found.
your question very well. It works. There is no secret functions. They're only publicly callable. You
Let
can
me
cause
ask you the question
a contract
again.
to send
Is
money
there
to
any
the storage
smart
address.
contract being used by hacks that you didn't
You're
pay
the worst
for?
interviewer I've ever had. I've had some bad
Thank you.
ones.
Can you confirm that any smart contract used by hacks was paid by you?
How many times do you want me to say
Development of any
yes?
smart contract.
I said yes 3 times. Here's fourth yes. That's the
Thank
fourth
you.
yes. You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You should try
Okay.
listening. You could have stopped
Moving
at the
on to
second
the
yes.
next-
As far as saving people from getting scammed, people get scammed all day, every fucking day, and it's tragic. And the only way to save those people is to give the regulators more money and more manpower, but they don't have the law on their side. They can only act after the fact, and they never get the money back. So it's just everyone loses their money, and then someone goes to jail, but they never get the money back. That's not a good system. So what else can you do to try and save these people? You have to get their money out of their hands into something safe, whether it's an S&P 500, whether it's some other index, or whether it's an honest cryptocurrency, which is still extremely volatile, but has less likelihood of exit scam bullshit. Hex copies and uses effective marketing tactics that are used all over the world. It gets people into an honest project without the admin key exit scam bullshit. And so like Trayvon James that used to promote BitConnect, he now promotes Hex. Guess what? That's a win. Getting a guy that's effective at marketing to promote a good project instead of fucking scams is a win for the world. I retired at 25. Like, what do you want? I worked for a couple years and retired and traveled the world. Doesn't get much better than that, right?
You know what? I'd be really ashamed not to witness it myself.
Lunch tastes good, so I'm just happy for lunch.
Yeah.
So like, if I get to live for just lunch, cool. Like, that's good. It's good.
Well, you should be careful, because if the super AI hears that, you're going to be locked in a room with nothing but lunch, 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 lunch for 10
I would have to be
trillion
very
years.
PC around that guy.
God. You saw it here first. Richard Hart, champagne sword. Now we just have to drink glass and clean up the mess. These days, you can't really trust most things that end in ist. Do you know anything that ends in ist that you like?
You're only a public figure because you cosplay as Satoshi, right? Now, Satoshi would still be writing Bitcoin improvement commercials. Now, Satoshi would have been there with me fighting against PCH.
Crush everyone that steps to me. I stomp on them. I flatten them. They're scared to even talk to me. There's a trail of bodies behind me. Bring on your heroes, bro. Watch me crush them. Bring your heroes here to die, please.
Yeah. It's 20
I will crush all of them.
I don't need your money. I retired in 2003. I give you free price calls, free chat, now free tokens, free self-help books. You can't pay me money. You don't know my Bitcoin address. You can't pay me credit card. I don't have any shopping cart where you could possibly pay me. So to be called a scammer by this guy who will do anything he can to make money, when I do everything for free as a retired serial entrepreneur, is absurd to me.
They're all, Bobby Lee says China's not where they're at. China is where all they're at. China's where all the mining's at. China is where all the manufacturers at. China's where all the cheap labor's at. China's where all the cheap electricity is, which is why all the mining's in China, on top of the fact that they have currency controls there, which make it so that you can't send money out of the country. You have a cap on how much you can send, unless you can get into crypto and get around it. And so it's the perfect storm of all of crypto being successful in China more so than anywhere else, because of capital controls, because of cheap labor, because of electronics manufacturing in Shenzhen, and because they love gambling over there. And because speculation is such a large component of cryptocurrency valuation, the Chinese run it.
And so when you make a truthful statement about a design intention of accruing value, which all cryptocurrencies for the most part are designed to do, and all businesses for the most part are designed to do, you get demonized by idiots that don't understand the difference between a possibility and a guarantee.
I hear a lot of people talking about how blockchain is going to change the world. Blockchain's been around for 10 years. It hasn't changed much. I think making money is why people are in crypto. I really don't think the majority of people, or even the minority, are in it for a reason different. I think making money is the best thing you can do in crypto. So I think we should talk about that. Making money. Like holding. In the real world, we care about holding. If you go to the bank, what are the top 3 most successful products at the bank? Savings account, checking account, time deposit, CD, certificate of deposit. You lock up your money, they give you a better interest rate. Do we have that in Bitcoin? Nope. Why? Because you can lock up your money, but you won't get any rewards. You won't get any benefits from it. You just won't be able to spend your money. That sucks. So what if we control the supply and create a smart contract that says when you lock up your money, you get all the inflation. You get all the new coins, not the miners.
There's a million different ways to run the hex code, which is audited 3 times and has no pause switch, no off switch, no admin keys, which all this fake DeFi garbage that everyone's using out there actually has a human behind it, actually has an admin key behind it. They run oracles to know what the price is. So in Hex, the 99% of our volume is on chain, and you can expect every single trade. And I just published a video on how to show you how to do it. Here's every single trade that ever happened. Here's whether they have stakes open or not. Here's when they bought, when they sold. Did they make money? Did they lose money? It's the most open and transparent market in the history of cryptocurrency, period.
So if you imagine how many things you could solve with more time, a lot. Imagine if the world's most productive and successful people were still around kicking ass, like Alexander Graham Bell and Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla, etc. The world would be a much better place. We wouldn't have as many problems. But those people die when they're at the peak of their knowledge, the peak of their experience. They die. They become worm food. That sucks. It's a huge tragedy. And these are the people that create whole new industries. You know, they invent the transistor. And now, look at what that has done to the world. Now we have computers and cell phones and televisions. So, what else could we do to fix the political system? We could fix the way you vote. So right now, if you go and you vote, you write down one name for each position. Well, that's the least amount of data that I could get from you. Why don't instead I get a ton more data from you and get a ranked list? Hey, I want this guy to win, but if I can't get him, give me this guy. And if I can't get that guy, give me this guy. Then when you combine everybody's ranked lists, you can get someone that everyone pretty much likes, their number 2 or their number 3, instead of getting these polarizing candidates, which make it very hard to get consensus, which makes it very hard to get anything passed, because you need the agreement of many people. If all you write is the one person that you like the most, well, on one party, the 51% outdoes the 49% of another party, and then we've now elected someone that half the people don't like. But if everyone as their number 2 kind of like the same guy, then you could elect somebody that everyone liked quite a bit, and then they could get things done. It may not have been their first choice, but it could have been everybody's second choice. So a ranked list is going to do a much better job serving the intentions of the voter than a single piece of data.
I like your phrase, consumption of human consciousness. Because really, I'd never quite looked at it quite at that depth, but that's exactly what it is.
From the consumption of human consciousness, and you look at how humans spend their time now, they spend all of their minutes staring at a screen, hoping for the dopamine hit of the likes for people that they'll never meet, that if the shit really hit the fan, maybe some of them would be there. And so these companies, there's surveillance capitalism, and then there's attention capitalism, and they're consuming all of our consciousness. And then there's nothing left to create. There's nothing left to be you when you spend all day consuming someone else's ideas, you know?
Try. Give it a shot.
I don't want your money. You can't give me your money if you want to. I've been living an honest fucking life for a really long time, giving people what they want and making them happy. But the internet's such a bunch of player-hating scumbags that if it fits their narrative, they'll believe fucking anything. So, not very happy with the internet, not very happy with the Fairweather Friends bullshit. On down the list I go.